Before the video starts, I want to let you guys know that we do have a Discord. It is linked down in the description. There's everything from people looking to play to just people looking to talk about how to improve the game, things like that. I would encourage you guys to join. We would love to chat with you guys. And yeah, right into the video. Alright guys, my name is Scott and I'm back with you guys again for another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how they can fix and improve on ranked play. I'm sure a lot of you guys have your ranks at this point. I wanted to wait a few days after ranked is out to go ahead and make this video to talk about what I think the problems with ranked play are and how they can go ahead and address those problems to make it an overall better experience. So for my first topic, I want to talk about team stacking. Now, I'm sure you guys have ran into a stack of 2, 3, 4 players that are all extremely competent and know what they're doing. Now, you, of course, are solo queuing like myself a lot of the time when I don't have anyone to play with, and of course, you end up getting just completely destroyed. Because these are people that all know each other, they're stacking, they know how to play the game, they're all somewhat competent, and I feel like this is just a general problem for the game. I know that every time there's a tactical shooter and ranked play gets announced, this is always one of the key issues that gets discussed in the community as to whether or not the game should match people that are in a full party with other people that are in a full party, 4-mans with 4-mans in a solo, or 2 and 2 in a solo, just making the matches more fair by addressing that some people are going to be queuing with 3 while others are going to be solo queuing, and that's why getting to global elite in Counter-Strike solo queuing was always a huge deal, because that meant that you were good enough to carry your team to be able to get to a high rank by yourself, whereas playing with 2, 3, 4, 5 people is a lot easier to get to those high ranks when you have people that are competent, that are always going to be competent and make those plays when you need them to make plays in order to rank up. So that's really my first point to address, is I think that they should add some kind of system into the game that addresses that I'm queuing with 3, 4, 5 people and match us against other teams that have 3, 4, 5 people in the lobby. I think that would be more competitive. I think it would encourage solo queuing a little bit more, which I think is actually a good thing to encourage solo queuing. I think obviously the social aspect of social queuing is learning how to play with teammates that you don't necessarily know that well is extremely beneficial to the growth of a player, but I think also learning how to make solo players, learning how to play well for yourself before you go ahead and jump into a team and play with 4 or 5 people, making sure you know how to play like solo situations alone by yourself first is a really good aspect of the game, and I think something that the developers should consider going into the future. I know this isn't the final iteration of rank that we're going to see. We already know that the ranks are probably going to get reset when the full game drops in a few months, and everyone's going to have to go through this process again. So hopefully when reconsidering how they do rank, they might take these into these kind of videos into account. I've seen a lot of discussion about this over on the VALORANT subreddit, and I thought it'd be interesting to include in this video. The next thing I want to address in this video is the issue of Valorant taking some of your non-ranked games and actually having it influence some of your ranked games. A lot of time and effort has been spent looking into this subject, and actually Reddit has come to the consensus that Valorant may actually be using some of your unranked games to determine your rank when you're going through the initial rank process to try and get your rank. Now, why is this detrimental to the entire process? I'm going to go ahead and outline it here. Now, you may have noticed all the big streamers on Twitch, Mixer, all the big streamers were getting these really high ranks, and everyone in their comment section was like, oh, Valorant's just giving you this rank to promote their rank system, whatever. People were accusing them of not getting the rank legitimately, but here's my theory on why they got the rank, and I think that this should be something that should be addressed. So I think that when you are playing in a 5-stack in non-ranked, now this is obviously taking into account that ranked does take into account your non-ranked games. So when you're playing in a 5-stack of other people in non-ranked before rank drops, obviously you're not really going to lose that many games. Your KD is going to look really good going in the rank. So if Valorant is in fact taking into account your non-ranked games when assessing you a rank in the actual ranked playlist, obviously the streamers and the people that sit in 5-4 stacks all day are going to be ranked a lot higher just because their KD overall is better, their in-game performance has been better since launch. So those of you who spend most of your time solo queuing probably got ranked in iron or bronze. I know I got ranked in bronze, moving through the ranks, about to go down to silver. So I think it's something that they should definitely take into account and strictly base your initial ranking off of what your placement matches say about you as a KD player. Another thing I want to mention on the side here is that I know it's only around 5 matches to get your initial rank when you're playing your ranked mode. I think that should be extended to maybe 10. That's the way CSGO does it. I feel like it more defines you as a player. I think that it's better able to get a consensus of your average KD when you have 10 games. 5 games can be a little inconsistent. I know when I was having my ranked, I had 3 good games, 2 bad games. So that kind of lowered me a little bit, but I think if I would have had 10 games, it could have better represented my body of work as a player who I main, just taking those things into account. And the last thing I want to mention for fixing their rank system is the percentile type of ranking. Not a thing where it's just a certain tier you have to meet to get to a specific rank. Now, this is going to sound a little bit confusing to those of you who are more familiar with CSGO, but I think that those of you in the League of Legends community will know exactly what I'm talking about here. So essentially what a percentile-based ranking system is that the top 0.1% of players get to the Valorant rank. So if someone else enters that top 0.1% and you are at the bottom half of that, it could actually end up pushing you out. So that means that only 20% of the player base could be, I don't know, Platinum, only 10% could be Immortal, and then only, you know, maybe say 5 or 1% could be Valorant. And I think that's a much more beneficial system, as if you guys would think about it, it does promote a little bit more competitiveness than the current format does. So that's really all I had to talk about in this video, guys. I know it's been a little bit longer than the videos that I usually put out, but I am going to try and make more of these long form videos. I think it's, you know, a better way to, you know, express my thoughts. And yeah, guys, that's really all I had to talk about. I want to remind you guys again before you go ahead and leave the video that we do have a Discord server. It's linked down in the description. We'd all love to talk to you, all three of us that run this channel. It's got a decently active general chat, 800 members strong, I believe now. And yeah, guys, I'll be coming at you guys again probably tomorrow or the next day with another video, depending on the cycle. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. It's been Scott, guys. Peace.